Let's go Heat, baby. Oh, wow. Such a hype. It's such a hype. The Heat have won this game 118 to 113 over Victor Wembanyama. 7'3", 7'4" center who can shoot 3-pointers and can really make an impact and being a good rebounder like you normally would see from centers. It's not just it's not just the it's not just the feeling of a win. It's the way how he won this game. What matters the most about this Heat team, and what we know about this Heat team now, is they don't give up. They do not give up at all. Like what we see from the first quarter is like a fourth quarter, a meltdown. But it's a rough start, and you find a way. You find a way to get back within, and he found the way to do it. So we're gonna start with the box score before we get something to talk about. So Duncan Robinson, I thought Robinson has rebounded his game from last season to right now. The way how he played tonight really shows his showcase, especially the time he was a rookie and especially the time he was in college in Division 3. 26 points tonight, 4 for 7 3-pointers, and all those 3-pointers were clutches. He only missed 3 3-pointers, and the rebounding, wow, it's fantastic. 8 for 16 in field goals, including the fake crossover to Victor Wembanyama. We'll talk about that. Highsmith only 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 0 points. Frustrating night offensively for Highsmith. He'll definitely rebound the next game for sure, but it's just one of those nights. Jimmy Butler coming back from personal reasons, so thankfully he's okay. Not much happened from the personal reasons. It looked like nothing crazy to keep him out long term, so he was able to come and play with the team against San Antonio. And for this game, he has scored 19 points, 1 3-pointer, and that 1 3-pointer is a milestone for Jimmy Butler because that 3-pointer, it just so happens to be the 600th 3-pointer of his career. So congratulations to Jimmy Butler for earning that milestone. He has earned it. He has come so far in his career. Definitely a future Hall of Famer, Jimmy Butler. All he needs now is the NBA title ring. Bam Adebayo still playing really good. Offensively, he was playing well. 10 for 20 on the field goals, 4 for 5 of free throws, and he got himself another double with 11 rebounds. So that's good for Bam Adebayo there, and he has matched up against Wembanyama. And just to give you a context with Wembanyama, 3 steals, and some of those came from the turnovers of Wembanyama. We'll talk about that. And Josh Richardson, he came out of nowhere. I thought his game was clutch, especially towards the end of the game where his shots were critical, and he led to the Heat team victory. He's a former Spur and a former Pelican, and he was also a Boston Celtic. He was traded to San Antonio in exchange for Devin White, and then traded to New Orleans Pelicans, and then came to the Heat. So he knows the Spurs. So clutch shots from him, 12 points, 2 for 4 3-pointers, and 4 for 7 on the field goals. But whatever it was clutch. Kevin Love off the bench, 12 points, 4 for 4 free throws, 2 3-pointers for him. Thomas Bryant, just 2 points and 1 assist. Drew Smith, came out of nowhere. For a rookie and a G League player. 12 points, 2 3-pointers, and I gotta tell you, the size difference. Wembanyama is 7'3", 7'4". Drew Smith is 6'2". 6'2". And yet he has made those clutch shots really key, important shots to keep the Heat within the game. And Jaime Hackas, 11 points, 1 3-pointer, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 steals from Hackas. So he's played good. He was playing really good defensively as well as offensively with those, hook and swerve layups on those drives. For San Antonio, I mean, we'll talk about the starters. Zach Collins definitely hurt the Heat a lot. With 6 for 14 field goals, 1 3-pointer, 5 for 6 on free throws, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, and 18 points. Sochan, who is number 10 forward, 16 points, 3-pointers, 2 for 3 and 3-pointers. The 2 for 2 on those disrespectful free throws. And what I mean by that, you know how they usually use 2 hands? Sochan, just 1 hand. He just one hand those free throws. And that's some street basketball stuff. What he just did. Disrespectful. He scored 16 points. Next up is Keldon Johnson. I thought he hurt us a lot too. 20 points, 12 rebounds, all of them with defensive rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, and he was really good defensively as well. He's another tall player, 6 for 5. I think Collins is also 6'11" Collins. But they are not as tall as the next player we're about to talk about. Victor Wembanyama, the first overall pick from the draft, 18 points, 2 for 9 of the 3-pointers, 8 for 22 on the field goals, no free throws, 11 rebounds. So him and Bam tied the rebounds battle, but Bam has won the battle offensively. Now the ball did go to the hands of Victor Wembanyama a lot, and with 7 assists and a rebounds and but the open lanes to get himself to the basket is the key difference with height advantages with every other team. But when you're going up against a Heat defense like Bam, Richardson, especially if you're a rookie with not too much NBA experience, and I don't care how tall you are, when you commit 7 turnovers, you're gonna hurt your team like that. Now, I'm not saying it's Wembanyama's fault at all. I think he played terrific tonight, and he's a rookie. He's gonna learn, especially from this game. When you commit 7 turnovers like that, you're hurting your chances. And then Devin Vassell, guess where he's from? FSU. 4 for 9 to 3 points, 3-pointers, 14 points for him, 5 for 12, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. Vassell, and he was just there. He was a really good player. Really good player. McDermott with 8 points, 2 3-pointers, with 3 rebounds, 5 assists. Osman with just 3 points. It was just the 1 3-pointer. Basie with 3 points with the free throw and the field goal. Brenham with 13 points, 4 3-pointers, and a free throw. 7 assists as well. So the bench is really hurting the team as well. All right, so now we can break down this game a little bit. With the first quarter, it's what you expect to see from the Spurs team. We jump out with the jumper from Bam, and then things collapse since that Zach Collins 3-pointer. As Vassell, Collins, and Johnson are making those shots, as well as Wembanyama, they are putting on the show for the Spurs. They are making shots, 3-pointers, open lanes, drive-in layups. McDermott is involved with the dunks. Basie is involved with the dunks. They are contributing. They're contributing. Wembanyama making the dunk, and with that being in mind, um, with that being in mind, they have outscored us by 14, 29 for 15 in the first quarter. With the Heat's offense, they struggled. They could not find a single three-pointer in the first quarter. I think they only made one three-pointer. That's towards the end. Let me just double check. No, it does not appear so. It does not appear that they have made a three-pointer. So yeah, not making three-pointers and you're missing all of them, especially on good looks. You're not winning a bowl game like that. So down by 14, being outscored like that, 29-15. We're really in trouble, are we? 14 points down. And then in the second quarter, we start off down by 19. And my thought was, this is going to get ugly. Like what we did against Atlanta, this is going to get really ugly. Wembanyama is making that dunk, and then Brenham, the pull up shot, the 3-pointer. It's not working for our offense. So then the Heat, you find a way. Do not overthink it. You find a way. And then starts with the dunk by Bam. Then Hotcast trying to make some points in. And next thing you realize, you're down by 14 again. So you're down by 14, and then you try to keep that streak going. Hotcast making that dunk, and then Brenham responsible for a 3-pointer. But they don't care. As long as you figure out a way to score some points, it don't matter, right? So what we see is Bam making those drive layups and the free throws. Plus the and ones that Bam has committed. That's great. Robinson making some layups, and then they would call a timeout. Duncan Robinson. Now he's shooting the basketball. He's making the 3-pointer. He is shooting a free throw. He makes another 3-pointer, and then Jimmy Butler gets involved. And then we are down by 2. We would go on this I want to say this run a 11-0 run, and then for them to make that 3-pointer, McDermott to get back within 5, and then next thing I realize we make another shot in to continue getting closer. We need to get closer, and the Heat are scoring unanswered points. And it's thanks to Butler, Duncan Robinson, Bam Adebayo. Honorable mentions is Jaime Hotcast and Thomas Bryant. And Jimmy Butler. At the end of the second quarter, 25-foot 3-pointer. That is a milestone 3-pointer for Jimmy Butler. Like I said, congratulations to him. And then we leave the half down by 3 with 50-53. So a big turnaround for the Miami Heat in the second quarter. Now, we go to the third quarter. The Spurs shoots that 3-pointer, so that hurts us. But Bam not giving up. We make that dunk, especially that we had a dunk block earlier as well. Highly frustrating. Then I think the Spurs response here. Yeah, of course, Devin Vassell, 3-pointer there, and then the Collins shoot that 2-pointer. It is definitely not good news. Butler makes that the layup. Another 3-pointer by the Spurs, and the Spurs were not while we're missing 3-pointers from the first quarter. They are knocking down threes throughout the entire game. So there's that. You see what I mean by you see what I mean by find the way. Duncan Robinson and Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo are finding the way, because the Spurs team is hurting us with 3-pointers. You got Sochan making a 3-pointer again twice. Johnson making a 3-pointer. You're drawing fouls, so Butler's making some shots in. Hotcast 2-point shot, so you're back down. You're back up, right? And then we got the floater coming up. Now the Spurs are missing some shots, so it's our time to get back closer. Duncan Robinson makes that floater shot, and then the guy, a veteran, Kevin Love, three-pointer in. We are now down by one, only for that to be slipped away. Victor Wembanyama finally makes this three-pointer. Great. But Richardson responds with a three-pointer. And then we're back down within one. And then the foul was called on Wembanyama, a loose ball foul. Kevin Love would tie the game up. And then Kevin Love would get us back up within one. So finally, the second lead change of the game. It's our first lead since 2-0 in the first quarter. And then Kevin Love gets out the driving layup. And we tie game. And then Osman would have to ruin it by making a three-pointer. Kevin Love would respond with a three-pointer. And then Johnson with the 1-foot three-pointer, which would be an and one to tie the game up. Back up within one is Kevin Love's free throw, and then 2 for 2, and then and one by Bram. He was hyped about it. And then we lose control of the lead going into the fourth quarter. Kevin Love contributing big time in the third quarter to get back up a lead, or at the very least closer, before the Spurs would go on the run again. Wembanyama with the two-pointer, Collins. Bam Adebayo would get back within, but Wembanyama make the alley-oop dunk by Bram. And then next thing you realize, we are down by 9 once again. And then it gets worse. We'd be down by 12. We'd be down by 12 with those three-pointers. So, like I said, you find the way to get back closer once again. So who do you call? A few players. Duncan Robinson, Josh Richardson, Jimmy Butler, and Drew Smith. And I'll tell you, and I'll explain to you. Duncan Robinson makes the three-pointers, and then was responded by McDermott. Drew Smith is making these free throws, Sochan's making the two-pointers. Drew Smith then takes the three-pointer just because, and then he banks it. And then we have an offensive rebounds. Bam, after he misses, a tip-in shot, get back down within 5. Bam Adebayo contributing as well in the fourth quarter. And then Duncan Robinson gets back down within 2 for the Miami Heat. And then Bam Adebayo ties the game up with the hook shot. So great job there. And then Duncan Robinson recaps the lead for us, only for Devin Vassell to connect that three-pointer. And then Butler gets back up. And then the free throw, so we commit a foul. And then they commit a foul, Robinson. And then now you call Josh Richardson. He's making the three-pointer. A clutch 3 on a tight ball game. And we are up by 2. And then Richardson makes another clutch 16-foot shot, two-pointer. 114 to 110 at this point. And then Butler shooting the free throws. And then Keldon Johnson is making that long three-pointer to get back down within 3. And then Josh Richardson ultimately seals the game here. And then Keldon Johnson missed that three-pointer. And that's your ball game. Final score is 118 to 113. We were down by as many as 19. But the thanks for the offensive contribution. Drew Smith, and that's a name to say. Jimmy Butler, of course. Bam Adebayo, of course. But Duncan Robinson deserves a clap, buddy. He deserves a clap. Great performance by him tonight. He did have one block. Bam Adebayo, another clap by him. 3 steals, and a lot of them were contributing against Wembanyama's possession. Just an absolute raw star. And of course, Josh Richardson. Great job. Butler, everything. You know what? I'm clapping the entire team. 19 points down, you find a way, and then they found the way. And they found a way to pull this off on a huge height disadvantage that we have. And then for the first time since spring of 2022, that's 2 seasons ago, when we were top of the East, we have a 5-game win streak. And that makes me happy. Let's hope they continue that run, especially on Tuesday where they play against Charlotte Hornets for the NBA in-season tournament group play. Now, don't forget, The group plays, they play on Fridays and Tuesdays, and our next game is on Tuesday, which means in the month of November, it's an in-season tournament game. It's against Charlotte Hornets. We go to Charlotte, North Carolina. So far, right now in this road trip, we are now 3-0 in a road trip, going for 4-0 for that particular road trip, and before going back out on the road. So we are 5-1 in the month of November, so pretty good start for that. And yeah, folks, let's go Heat. Really exciting day. We are 3 for 3 today. Florida Panthers with the great battle against Chicago Blackhawks. Miami Hurricanes women's team just laying waste on Fordham. And in this game, coming back from 19 points down to win us a game 5 straight times. Now, with the Heat team, we are now, I'm going to double check real quick. Yes, 6-4 of the season. We are 2 games over 500. So, absolutely great stuff there. And we move up 3rd place in the East. Impressive. We are now behind Boston. And this chat is always calling. We are behind Boston and 2.5 games behind Philadelphia. Ever since they traded away Harden, they have now became the top team. Oh boy, they're a team to watch out for. But anyway, guys, there you go. I hope you enjoyed this video and the game. If you have, please hit the like button and subscribe with content, because Miami TVG gets back. And when he does, he'll be right there for the entertainment you deserve. This is Miami TVG. Sign up, folks. Go Heat, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for just one game. One game tomorrow. It's the Miami Hurricanes versus FIU Panthers at Watsco Center. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night, guys.